Whether or not you're authorized to clean up a spill depends partly on whether you're trained on that chemical and its hazards, and also on whether the spill is a simple spill or a complex spill. A simple spill is one you can clean up yourself, is easily contained, and presents a low degree of hazard to people, property, and the environment. A complex spill requires trained professionals to clean up, since it could spread easily, endanger people, contaminate a water source, or cause wider environmental contamination. In most circumstances, your employer will determine what spills would be simple or complex based on the specific chemical, your facility's design, and other specific considerations. If a complex spill does occur, or if the spill is too large for you to control, get yourself and your coworkers out of the work area and contact emergency responders right away. Whether a small spill is considered simple enough to clean up depends a lot on the chemical's specific hazards. Chemicals that are toxic, flammable, combustible, corrosive, or reactive can cause a lot of harm and can have an effect on whether or not you'll be able to clean it up. The conditions in the work area also play a major role. A well-ventilated area can be less hazardous than a confined space, for example. The amount of space that material takes up can also affect spill response. If the spill is located near a drain that deposits in local water sources or is close to a water source or soil itself, it will require a much more urgent response. Finally, the spill may not be immediately hazardous to you or your coworkers individually, but if there's too much for you to clean up with the equipment you have access to, you'll need to get professional help to clean it all. For specific procedures on cleaning up simple spills, you can check Section 6 of the SDS. Section 6 provides recommendations on how to respond to spills, leaks, and releases of that chemical. It also includes recommended practices for containment and cleanup, and it may have recommendations for both larger and smaller spills if the amount of the spill affects how hazardous it is. Other recommendations include hazard controls, such as ventilation, or removing ignition sources, PPE, emergency procedures, materials and tools used for containment, and specific techniques you should use to safely clean up a spill.